Shalom. Call Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rahakwadash, double underside teachers, the apostles, and the other bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to the Lord's elect, teaching in truth, sincerity, and diligence for the sake of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. Just something quick in the spirit. I ran across this video, in which this be the spirit that be on Jake. They go into one of those rants. They be like, yeah, we been through all this. And why we just can't come together. Why we just can't help each other out. Why we can't invest in each other. Well, the Lord got curses on us, man. And really, when you understand that, you understand why our people are in the condition they in. And even the mindset that they display here in the earth. You understand why. And that takes a lot of pressure off you, man. You see? And it really helps you understand that you just got to wait on Yahweh Shema Shah. Because it's the Lord that sent these things upon us. It was the Lord that smitten us. It's going to have to be the Lord that bind us up. It's not going to be a great leader that rose up. It's not going to be you having financial literacy. What they call it, generational wealth. None of those things is ultimately going to build you up. You see, it's going to have to be Yahweh Shema Shah that restore the nation of Israel, man. But yeah, just to play this video real quick.
So let me get this right. Us as black people, we done been through slavery. We done been through oppression, segregation, depression. We done went through racist cops killing all our leaders. We done went through the government killing all our leaders. The government putting a bunch of shit in all our food we eat so they break us down. We done went through getting put in certain motherfucking areas that we're all at that are poverty riddled so we can't get nowhere. We done went through getting dropped in motherfucking jungles, and then when we turn the lines and eat everybody, didn't we go to jail for it? We done went through legal slavery, mental slavery, motherfucking financial slavery, institutionalized slavery. Or a woman has been...
Hey, and if I may say, who presented all this? Who facilitated all these different scenes for Jake to struggle in? Or the so-called white man Esau Edom. He was the face behind slavery. When you think of slavery, his face pop up and then yours. All these things, segregation, it was him that set that scene for you to, to go through those things, man. But yet it was all prophecy for you to pretty much manifest those curses, man. You see, but just to
put through getting a man took from them, getting welfare all crazy, making it seem like they don't need the man. A woman will tell her man not to put his name on a leash just to continue getting food stamps, Section 8, all that, instead of really building up. So let's just think, we done been through all that. And as women and men, we still want to treat each other like shit. White people never do that. They never had that feeling. But why, when it come to our race, we done been through all that, got over that, and now we treat each other like the enemy?
Because we under them curses. Yeah, that's what that is. Deuteronomy 28:54. And we're going to get into it, but really just setting that stage. Let's be that spirit in Jake. Why? Jake want to know why. The scriptures give you the answers, man. It's not the white man book. No, the scriptures is your history, man. And it tells you why you in the condition you in now. Why you operating in confusion. That's on display through the so-called blacks, Latino, Native American Indians. You niggas are confused out there, man. The so-called white man ain't worried about his nation being uninformed. Chinese people ain't worried about their nation being uninformed with their history and who they are as a people. It's you that's moving in the earth like a chicken with his head cut off, man. Just to continue on, though.
Niggas want to get rich and go move with the white people, instead of getting rich and making their whole community so good that it's like the white people's and our property value is raised. No nigga wants to work on niggas no more. They just want to say fuck their whole city and move out of it instead of getting it better. And we still put each other through shit? That's so let me get...
Yeah, man. You see, and another thing, that's just the way of black culture, man. In which Esau Edom, he packaged up black culture and presented that to you. And you took on to it, man. And black culture came with a mindset, a mannerism, a way of moving and thinking, an outlook on things. You see? And this is the result that you get, which you're seeing today, man. You see? But all these things ultimately came through those curses. Man, Esau Edom, the Lord used him to pretty much set the scene for you to manifest them. But just going into it, this is Deuteronomy 28 verse 15. It says, read in the NLT, but if you refuse to listen to the Lord your power and do not obey all the commands and decrees I am giving you today, all these curses will come and overwhelm you, in which the Lord set men up to present these things to you and to teach these things. And when you reject those men, well, that's you ultimately rejecting the Lord, and that puts you in that seat for these curses to overtake us, in which we all did this at a point in time. This is why we all suffering from the curses. It ain't an individual thing. You have to look at the nation. You see? Because you have certain men that didn't suffer from a single parent home. They had what you would call a successful marriage. The nigga actually grew up and had a trust fund, went to college, but yet the disconnect is he don't know the Lord, man. You see? So verse 16 in the KJV says, curse shall thou be in the city, and curse shall thou be in the field. Yeah, you are cursed in the city, man, because it's you always got to march, no justice, no peace. You cursed in the field, man. You not only did you go through slavery, like the guy mentioned, using those sugarcane fields and those cotton fields, but yet even in that work field, you thought your position was secured because you the management. It's like you the manager, You think can't nobody work and understand the machine like you, but yet, nigga, they still gonna get rid of you. Why? It's because these curses on us, man. Curse shall be thy basket and thy store. You wondering why your black-owned businesses, not prospering, people not respecting your product being at the price it is. Niggas want discounts. They coming in your store stealing. You see, they don't respect your store like they respect the so-called white man's store. Well, it's because the Lord put curses on that, man. You really just gotta deal with what you can get out of it for real. You see, but yet all these things, that we go through as a people, is because the Lord has curses on his people. You see, and it's for disobedience, man. Yeah, when you read verse 20 in the NLT, it says the Lord himself will send on you curses, confusion, and frustration in everything you do. You see, and Jake display confusion here in the earth, man. You a Muslim, a Christian, a street nigga, and a Kappa. Niggas be Christians, Muslims, AKAs, and a bad bitch. That's confusion, man. You frustrated. It's a thing in the world. Black men always mad. The white women the black women always angry. You display frustration in the earth. It's because the Lord got curses on our nation, man. It says, until at last you are completely destroyed for doing evil and abandon me. And that's ultimately what it stems from. You abandoning Yahweh Shema Shah. You put off the law, statutes, and commandments, which was ultimately set up for you to prosper here in the earth. And when you set that off, the only avenue you can go to is death. Because when you put off ways that bring life, well, it's because you cleave into ways that brings forth death, man. You see? And that's what our people did. And through doing that, you became confused and frustrated here on earth. And you are completely destroyed, man. You see? Black culture, that destroyed you. Let's see. Verse 25, it's like in verse 45. It says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. You see, and this is why a concern, is amongst Jake of why we go through these things. Man, we've been through all this together, and then the bitch that sold us out, man, for welfare and, food stamps, and she want the government to take care of, man. Why that's your concern? Why you crying about that? That's the sign, man, that the Lord put these curses. That's a sign that ultimately we the people, man. And we really going through these things because we disobeyed our power. So how you reverse it? By obeying them. And it ain't going to happen overnight. But yet over time, this knowledge that's being presented is ultimately going to lead to us being in the kingdom. That's the conclusion of the so-called blacks, Latino, Native American Indians. You actually ruling here in the planet Earth, man. You see? But yet you gotta see you gotta see why the Lord tell you not to do these things. You ultimately live in the curses, man. You know? Yeah, verse 47, it says, because thou servest not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and gladness of heart, and for the abundance of all things. Yeah, we once was a people that depended on the Lord for everything, man. But now you in a lifestyle where you depend on Esau, Edom, you depend on certificates, degrees and shit. This nigga got a write-off on it. You see, it says, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which Yahweh Shema shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in the want of all things. You see, and even with serving your enemies, they came with a mindset, man. He completely detached you from the mindset that the Lord had us in, and he gave you a whole new identity. When you start serving him, you became an African American, a Mexican, a Guatemalan, a fucking Puerto Rican. You see, you an Indian, Blackfoot, you see, Cherokee. That all came through you serving your enemy. You felt, you was disconnected from your heritage. You see, so now you serving them in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and the want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. You see, and that yoke of iron, that's synonymous with Jake, man. When you look up yoke of iron, the so-called black man pop up, man. This is how you know that you are the people, man. And really, the condition that we are in is because we disobeyed our power. So your answers to why this shit going on, why this happening to us, it's because, bro, we the people, man. We the Israelites that's written within the scriptures. And we being punished for disobedience, man. But yet we at the end of that punishment. But it go on to say, the Lord Yahweh Shema shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as an eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. You see, in which that eagle is it's synonymous with America, because the mascot of this place is the bald eagle. And a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, because you come from Hebrew lineage. You spoke Hebrew, man. You see, and these people came speaking Spanish, English and things like that. You see, but continuing on, because this even highlights the part where he say that they put us like lions in the jungle for us to eat up each other and put us in jail, he was saying like we can't build with each other, we want to get away from each other. Well, look, this is Deuteronomy 28 and 54. It says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother. Yeah, in the NLT it tells you how this man should have no compassion for his own brother and his beloved wife and his surviving children, man. You see? And jumping back to the KJV, it tells you how, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave, in which people are affected, as a nation, by that single parent household spirit, man. Which is ultimately facilitated through the so-called white man, Esau Edom, because he set certain programs up that'll separate the man from his woman, or the man from his family, man. You see? So Esau Edom, he didn't set certain scenes, or you got a thing called controlled environment, man. He show you that on Animal Planet, where how the hell you out here in the wilderness and you so happen to catch a gazelle being hunted by a lion? Well, ultimately that nigga put the gazelle there for the lion to catch it, man. Just for him to get it on camera. And he do that same thing with Jake in certain neighborhoods where he put these cameras up. He pushed this certain vibration out to Jake. Jake get influenced by that vibration, and Jake start to rehearse those things, and he get it all on camera. So now you in the interrogation room looking stupid, and he telling you, look, Ray, I know it was you. Yeah, black SUV, gray sweater, about 6'1", 250 pounds. That look like you, walk like you. That damn so it's the same coat you got on, Esau set these environments up for Jake to pretty much manifest these curses, man. You see? Yeah, his eye should be evil towards his brother. That's on display through rap music, gangster videos, gangster movies. You see? Skits. And ultimately through everyday life, man. It says, and towards the bosom of his and towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave, man. You see? And you just skipping down verse 56. It tells you that the tender and delicate woman amongst you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, in which this used to be the nature of the so-called Black, Latina, Native American woman. It says her eye shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom, and towards her son, and towards her daughter. You see? And you see that on display, man. Women don't have that nurturing love as they once had towards the children, and even towards the men. It's more of a hatred towards men. And the more men, come back into that ancient nature, you got these men that they want the multiple wives, they want the woman to be in order, to be submissive. You see? And it's a resistance there. But yet that hatred is shown the more men start to step into that nature of being manly. Hey, gender war. You see? Goddamn, these government programs, that Section 8 shit, they keep the man at the household. You see? All those things is put in place for you to fulfill these curses, man. Even we've been through slavery. Well, who put that on you, man? Yahweh Shema Shah did. Verse 68, it says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, in which that first Egypt we was in bondage. But he said he was going to bring you into Egypt again. Our nation didn't go back into Egypt. This is speaking of a new Egypt, which this would be a spiritual Egypt, which would be America. Because we came here by way of ships. That's well documented through history. You see? And Esau Edom, he's trying to push a narrative that never happened. And he's setting up these figureheads to ultimately push that narrative as well. Nigga asked, have you ever seen a slave ship? Have you ever... Now, I ain't talking about no picture. Show me a real slave ship. Esau Edom set those men up to pretty much push that misinformation. But, it go on to say, it says, by the way whereof I speak unto thee, thou shalt not see no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen. And yeah, that happened at Virginia, man. They brought you to Virginia and they were selling you here. They were selling you in the Caribbeans. You see? It says, you was going to be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Man, hey, it ain't going to be nobody that was going to rise up and somehow get you out of this condition and make you sovereign again. No, the Lord is going to have to bind us back up. The Lord is going to have to be the one to pretty much put us back in order. But yet he set men up to pretty much push that vibration of righteousness here in the planet Earth that's going to lead, to a greater outcome, for the lack of better terms. It's going to lead to you being binded back up. It tells you how the kingdom of heaven is within you, because it starts with a mindset. And this ultimately what the scriptures promotes, a mindset outside of America. When you came over here as slaves, you took on a new identity, a new mindset, a new outlook. But the Lord, he's pretty much binding that up through sending forth the apostles last, as the scriptures say, in which the apostles clear everything up. That's the wrong way. That's not it. Those righteous judges, man. You see? In which you need judges in the earth. Because how would you know how to return to the correct manner if you never had a judge, man? You see? But yeah, I pray that you was edified. Just some quick in the spirit. Giving all the glory and praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Rahak Dash. Lord, once in this